Hi everyone, Anthony Morgan's Training Academy. Today is about minimum movement, maximum result. Now, a lot of times with training under C. Joe James DeMille, working sticky hands, he was always trying to, how would I say it, minimal effort, maximum result. So anytime that we were working and we were touching, he would always try to direct us on how to minimize our movement. And so if you take like the twitch, for example, a twitch could be this, okay? It could be this. But how Joe taught this, Joe James DeMille, how he taught this was if my hand is right here, this twitch to get put in minimum effort and maximum result is if my fingers here, if I twitch here and say this is the person's arm and I have it and the fingers come down and it moves that hand. Now, moving the arm is not just as you would think, and a lot of you are going to say, well, you can't move me if I'm stiffened, okay? And it's not about if the person's stiffing. As soon as I touch here, boom, and I move. As soon as I touch his hands, I twitch here, okay? And I twitch just for those fingers, just to move them even that much. So if I'm here and I move and I hit, okay? But it's just this twitch right here. Now, this is an outside twitch. Now, on an inside twitch, my hand may be here, okay? Now, you see how my palm's facing down? Well, what I'm going to do is I'm going to hit with the thumb part or this index finger here. So it depends. If my thumb is coming up here, I'm going to hit with this section right here, okay? Or I'm going to hit here, depending on location of the arm. Now, the cutting edge of my hand is going to be placed here. And so what I will do is I will snap this here. Okay, so I'm just snapping. A lot of times if somebody throws a punch, and as I come in to pick up that line on the punch, I will twitch that right there at the end. So that's all I'm doing here, is I'm twitching from here to here. Okay, it's like a back fist, except it's doing this. Okay, so I'm hitting with this section, so it's like, here, I move, I twitch that. So you have the outside twitch, you have the inside twitch. Now, we also have what is called the thumb twitch, which is if I'm here and say my thumb is on the outside. Now, what is going to happen is I'm going to twitch with the thumb this way. Okay? So if I'm here, I move and I just twitch that. Okay? I'm just twitching with the thumb. So you have fingers low, okay? You have a high here, and then you have the thumb, okay? All these are just about movement. And when you start breaking down sticky hands, it could fall into Palm Phone Sao, it could fall into Chi Sao, it could fall into Hubud. But all these little tiny elements are really important for you to understand how to stick, how to move them, and because you're not always going to be at boxing range, which is staying outside here. Okay. Sometimes when I move in and I seek your hands, I twitch constantly, and I say twitch. That is this. So anytime I'm moving your hands, if I move over to here, I'm going to twitch that. See how I move the hand? So from here, I'm going to twitch that here, and then I'm going to hit. And it's one of my favorite things to do as soon as I touch hands. Now, not everybody's aware of it when I do touch, but I'm always moving you, and so this is just kind of something for you guys out there that didn't follow the early Bruce training. The 64 to 73 didn't teach all these little facets of what C. Joe James DeMille did. C. Joe being, you know, one of the first students of Bruce, got introduced to a lot of these. Well, they didn't carry on, you know, or Bruce didn't carry on that teaching all these little finer points later on. He got more into the, you know, the kicking and the boxing, and so C. Joe continued to press forward on that and to teach that lineage of the little techniques. So being able to move somebody and is going to be important for your sticky hands. Anytime that I'm in here and I'm here on the guy's face, see how my thumb's touching his face? Well, I'm going to move his face with these fingers, bang, here, and then I'm going to be in. So if I'm here, see, this is all I need to move his face. Okay, just the fingers. So that's the twitch. So you notice how the other hand comes in. So if I'm covering this hand and I take here and I move, bang, bang, now I can position his face so that I can hit him. And this is true sticky hands. I'm sticking to you. True sticky hands. I'm sticking to you. Okay, and this is the original old Bruce. And so anyway, that's kind of what I wanted to work on today, and kind of guide you on how to stick. And so, you know, get into more twitch, okay, outside, inside twitch, then you have the thumb twitch. Okay, thumb twitch. Here, fingers, okay, thumb here. And so you got to play with it. You've got to, you know, you've got to do it every time you touch. And so anyway, that's all I have for today, and I'll see you in the next video.